These are all the vehicles added on day 1 of the Kortz Center Heist DLC, and these are the vehicles added in the drip feed, not many of them. We'll go through all the vehicles, all the classes, all the prices in this video so you know what you've got to come, and you can make an informed decision about what you want to buy. This video is brought to you by my newest YouTube channel, the GTA Car Showroom. Aiming to be a complete repository of showcases and info for every GTA car, click the link in the description to subscribe and browse all the cars that we have so far. So a quick little bit of info before we get started is that random races have seen some significant changes. They have had a lot of bug fixes and new vehicles added to them. I'm going to make a separate video about that specifically later on, but I did cover a lot of it in the showcase video earlier today if you want to go check that out in the live stream. Also, the testing for these cars will be coming hopefully, obviously this week, ideally tomorrow, depends on how quickly I can get them done. But all the day 1 cars will get tested so you can make a decision if you care about the performance of the cars, whether you want to spend all the money on them. And showroom videos are going to be doing full showcases of the cars, so subscribe to the GTA Car Showroom channel, which will be linked down below. And you can get full showcases of all the cars, all the mods, see what they look like, see how they are in terms of the door, how the doors open and all that kind of stuff. You can check that out all in advance before you buy them as well. Like I said, link for that channel down below in the description, and you can also go to patreon.com/Bruffy1322 if you want the testing information as soon as possible, a few hours before I get the video up. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first of all, these are the 3 vehicles available on Legendary Motorsport on day 1, with the caveat that the vehicle to our left is only available for GTA Plus members. So this is the Veleno GT. It's available for GTA Plus members for the first week only, and it seems like it's going to cost you we're basically just over $3 million to buy, and just under $2 million for the HSW upgrade. So really this is a $5 million car to upgrade it fully, which is absolutely insane. Obviously the list price is just $3 million, but with a $2 million HSW upgrade, which they don't tell you about until you go to actually upgrade it, you're looking at $5 million for this car. It's in the Supers class. It does seem like it's going to be very quick, possibly on the FMJ Mark V HSW pace. Like I said, if the performance of it is something that matters to you, wait for the testing video before you spend $5 million on it. I will be testing it and letting you know how it does around the track and for top speed as well. But yeah, the Veleno GT, it's available for GTA Plus members for 1 week, so for the first week, and then it'll be available to everybody else. You get it free for GTA Plus this week as well. But it also seems like they may have patched the little exploit that you used to be able to do. This is kind of not entirely certain, but you can buy this car from other people at the car meet, but you might not be able to get the HSW upgrade on it. It might just be the standard car if you buy it from someone and you don't have GTA Plus. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, you can at least get the car from someone who has GTA Plus by buying it from them at the car meet. You just might not be able to get the full performance for it. So that's the Veleno GT. Then on to the vehicles that actually are available day 1. Starting with the LRC GT. This is a beauty, this one. It feels like it's going to be very grippy. Obviously it doesn't have HSW, so in terms of being the fastest supercar, that's not going to happen. But it might, be trying to challenge the Emirates and the Krieger at the top of the fastest supercars class for, non-HSW vehicles. This is 2.6 million, this one. Like I said, it is in the Supers class. Pretty cool vehicle, this one. I don't think it really matters how it performs. I think it's just a really cool vehicle to own. And then the Cartuccia. This is our only sports car from the DLC. 2.4 million, this will set you back. No HSW, so it's a pretty standard sports car. Probably you're looking around, the standard sports car range of lap time these days of a 1 minute kind of thing. It's not going to be breaking any records or anything, but it's another sports car to add to the ridiculously large number of sports cars that we have in the game. So those are your 3 vehicles for Legendary Motorsport. But for most people, if you don't have GTA Plus, it's going to be 2 vehicles. And then we go on to our Southern San Andreas Super Autos vehicles, of which we have 3. So starting with I'm going to start with the Merula, I think, in the Sedans class. So the Merula is basically kind of like a VSTR, but one that was actually put in sedans. So it looks very similar when you put them side by side, and it actually has the VSTR badge on the back of it as well, which is weird, but we'll see that on the rear shots later on. Yeah, in the sedans class, $1.4 million for this one. I'm really hoping with the testing that this doesn't, you know, break the sedans class, because sedans has the best balance at the top of it. No HSW cars in sedans. There's a lot of cars that you can use in sedan races. I hope this doesn't break it. We'll see in the testing videos. This is basically the 2026 GTA 6 version of the VSTR from GTA 6 in GTA 5. A lot of these are GTA 6 cars, but that's been the trend for a while. Next up, the E-Stride in the SUVs class. 1.4 million for this one. Again, because it doesn't have any HSW upgrades, it's not going to be on the top pace for SUVs probably. And from the tiny little bit that I drove it, I can't see it being on the top pace of non-HSW SUVs either. But the testing video will let us know all about all that. It is obviously an electric vehicle as well. Hopefully it's at least got some decent acceleration to be interesting to drive. And then the Läufer, which actually is a van being put in the vans class. It's not like the Moonbeam where it's being put in muscle, or the Vivanite where it's being put in SUVs. The Läufer is going to cost you 650,000, just under anyway, so not even $1 million for this. It's cheap, really. It's got 6 seats, as you can see, but it's actually only a 4-seater. Well, it's got 7 seats, really. Yeah, those seats in the back don't get used. They'll probably be used in GTA 6 when you see this car in GTA 6, I imagine. But yeah, backporting it to GTA 5, it's just a 4-seater. And it does seem like it's probably going to destroy the Vans class. The Gang Burrito and the Rumpo Custom have been at the top of the class for a long time. I don't think that's going to last. And it probably shouldn't have lasted already if the Moonbeam had been added to Vans correctly, and the Vivanite had as well. But yeah, those are the vehicles that you get on day 1. 3 on Southern San Andreas. 2 for most people on Legendary Motorsport, but 3 on Legendary Motorsport if you have GTA Plus. Either way, you'll get access to the Veleno GT next week if you don't have GTA Plus. It's a good point as well. The Läufer actually has a taxi livery, and you can use it for taxi work missions as well. But whether you want to do that, it's entirely up to you. So onto the drip feed, and technically they count it as part of the drip feed. We've got our standard selection of drift vehicles, so we've got new drift versions for the Dominator GT, the LRC Retro Custom, and the old original Kortz. They all get drift versions now. Obviously new liveries, they always do new liveries for the drift versions, which is really annoying that they don't add them to the original versions. There's no reason why they can't be. Did I say Dominator GT? I meant Dominator GTT. Don't come at me with these names. This is the 68 Dominator rather than the 2011 Dominator, based on the new naming convention that we're going to have in GTA 6. The Dominator GTT, the LRC Retro Custom, and the Kortz. No liveries for the Kortz actually, so it is getting a drift version, the Kortz, but you'll get no liveries for that. But yeah, you always get new liveries for some of the drift cars, and it's really annoying. So now moving on to the actual proper cars, and really if you don't count the police car, you know, there's always a standard police car or 2. Really there's only 2 cars in the drip feed for this DLC. And yeah, this is the order we're going to get them in, because they're both on Legendary Motorsport. So you're going to get the Warden before you get the next one. The Warden is in the SUVs class, not off-roads. And it's going to cost you $1.6 million. Looks like it's got a few interesting modifications that you can have for it. It's not going to be troubling the top of SUVs in terms of pace, but maybe with HSW turned off, possibly. But you know, it's a fun addition. This is the one that you're going to be getting on Legendary Motorsport first, but after the Veleno. So we know we're not going to be getting this in the game next week, because that's going to be the Veleno with its sort of official release to everybody, if you like. And then the Warden could be at any point after that. And then our sort of final proper car, I guess you could say, is the Horus. Now, you're not going to get the Horus before you get the Warden. So if the Warden hasn't been released, you know that's going to come next. That's how the order of the drip feed works. And you're not going to get this one until the Warden has been released. So as soon as the Warden is released, then we know that the Horus can come out at any point between now and the heat death of the universe. The Horus, obviously, it's a Pagani Zonda. It's going to cost you 2.8 million to buy, and it will have an HSW upgrade. Having said that, I don't think you need to be wary about you don't need to worry this time about Rockstar adding a second car later in the drip feed that's gonna destroy the class or anything, and make you purchase two cars at purchase one car to the new number one, and then they make you purchase another car 5 weeks later or something. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be a class topper in terms of the grip. It has the Tyrus effect where when you turn one way, it leans into the corner like the Tyrus does instead of leaning out as you would expect. So it's a bit of a quirky, weird car. It might with the HSW is always a bit of a you never quite know how it's going to work. It might just give it a massive top speed, and it might be the new best top speed car in the game. It might be Entity MT levels of poor performance. You just never know. So we'll see what happens when it releases, obviously. And the thing to keep in mind is that you might not see a testing video specifically for these vehicles. With this probably being the last DLC for GTA Online, for GTA 5's iteration of online anyway, I'm going to start doing class-specific testing videos again. So we're going to go through all the classes again, Supers, Sports, Muscle, Sports Classics, all the way through to have sort of final testing videos for every single class, all done and dusted, never needing to be updated again, hopefully. And there's a good chance that I will just include these vehicles in those class-specific testing videos. So if you're 5 weeks down the line and you haven't seen a testing video specifically for the Horus, but there is a 2026 Supercars testing video, it'll be in there, just so you know. And then our only other drip feed vehicle, you're not going to be able to use it in races because you can't use emergency vehicles in races. You can just do the usual police stuff you can do with it, but it is basically a supercar police car, and it's the Ignus Pursuit. In the emergency class for $5.8 million if you want to buy this one. It will be 4.4 million for the trade price if you do that, but yeah, it's expensive, and let's be honest, it's probably going to be the new number one fastest emergency class vehicle, but that doesn't really matter that much because you can't really do anything with that. You can't use emergency in races, so it doesn't really matter in the end, but I will test it nevertheless. But this one definitely won't have its own testing video. You'll have to wait for the 2026 emergency class vehicles video, then you can see where it ends up, but we'll see if it can dethrone the Kortz at the top. But yeah, Ignus Pursuit, and that's it. Those are your only three vehicles for the drip feed. It'll probably be quite a short drip feed. They'll just bang these out and then start focusing on GTA 6, I imagine. That's what my hope is, to just draw a line under it. There is one other vehicle, and it is the Cartuccia Armoured. Beautifully displayed by the Project Homecoming staff and helpers who've helped me to set all this up. Thank you guys very much. Thank you to Catalyst for getting the cars on the server as well. Phil for getting me the information for them. The Cartuccia Armoured is technically available now. It is the reward for the tier 4 of the career progress for the Kortz Heist DLC. So as soon as you get tier 4, you unlock this. It is in the off-roads class nevertheless, but it's a non-raceable off-road vehicle, and I will test it and you'll see it in the 2026 off-road class video, and we'll see how it does. But let's be honest, it's probably just going to be a carbon copy of the regular Cartuccia 4x4 in terms of its handling data. It remains to be seen, but I'm expecting it to be. And this is obviously used in the Heist, so that's why it's been added. But there's not an awful lot you're going to be able to really do with it, though, and you certainly can't use it in races. So, yeah, that's it. It's a pretty small-scale DLC. It certainly feels like the second half of the Mansions DLC that it basically was. I think it's no surprise that this is, this should have been with the Mansions DLC in December, and that would have been the final DLC, but then GTA 6 got delayed, so they had to basically take out the Heist and give it to us now instead. Not an awful lot, like I said, small drip feed, only 3 cars. It's good that I focus on all the cars in these videos now, because if it was only the drip feed, we'd be over in like minutes. But yeah, testing videos to come, and for those who like to see the backs of the cars, we shall do that for you now. So here are the rears of the vehicles. Again, Veleno GT. Really curious how this is going to do around the track. Will it beat the FMJ Mark V? Will this beat the Emirates for non-HSW supercars? And I think this is just going to be your standard sort of sports car affair. It's not going to do anything in terms of breaking the class, but it'll be in a decent tier with a bunch of fun stuff to drive, I imagine, as long as it drives nicely. The E-Stride, hopefully it's got something about it since it's an electric SUV, but I'm not expecting. This is the one I'm least interested in, I've got to say, out of all of them. And if you want to see the VSTR logo on the back of the, what is this called again? The Merus? The Merula. Sorry, it's the Merula. But you would be, you'd be shocked because it has a VSTR badge right there. VSTR. This has to be the VSTR from GTA 6. 100%. Merula is just a name that they're going to give it for GTA 5. You'll come to GTA 6 and this will be the 26 Albany VSTR. And then the old one will be the, I don't know, 18 Albany VSTR. 100%. Considering it's still got the VSTR badge on it, you're fooling nobody, Rockstar, with your backporting of cars. Yeah, ignore the mirrors, by the way, just to point out there are quite a few bugs with a few of these vehicles. The mirrors on the E-Stride, you can see one is black and one is white. I'm pretty sure this is the stock mirror, and then when you go to put on a different kind of set of mirrors, it only changes one side. So yeah, just ignore that. We'll just ignore that one. Wait till you see the magic doors on the Läufer. We got some crazy magic doors on this van. They're just held on with hopes and dreams, those rear doors. But yeah, that's that. I'm interested to see what lap time this gets, but yeah, it would be, the Vans class would be a lot more interesting if the Moonbeam and the Vivinite were in it. Although the Vivinite would destroy the class anyway, I suppose. So, ready? We ready? Ready for these rear doors? Look at it! Held on by magic. Magnets. They got magnetic doors. Maglev doors. Held on by hopes and dreams. And yeah, in GTA 6 you'll probably be able to actually fit 6 people in this, but not today. These are just the standard rear vehicles of the cars that you know. They've just got drift versions of them. The drift upgrades are usually 200k, by the way, in the car meet. That's always the same for every single one. Then the rear of the Warden. And the Horus. Not an awful lot to say. I'm not too fussed about the rears of these vehicles. But people requested it for these videos, so we do it. There is stuff in the frunk of this Ignus Pursuit as well. You know, just the usual police stuff that you see in the police cars. And there you go. That's it. That's what you see. Oh, I guess we're gonna get a showcase of it. We're gonna see it. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. You got a few wee woos as well. So yeah, I don't know if the stuff in the front boot of that one is really worth basically $6 million, but there you go. It's a GTA 6 police supercar. All of these are probably GTA 6 cars at this stage, and they have been for many years now. But there you go. Those are all the cars from the Kortz Center Heist DLC. Thank you again, Project Homecoming guys, for the help. Yeah, go back to doing your stuff, I suppose. Thank you all for watching. Keep an eye out for the testing videos. They will be coming out as soon as I can. They will tell you how fast all of these cars go. And then keep your eyes peeled for the 2026 class-specific testing videos that are going to contain every single car in every single class for GTA 5, hopefully for the last time ever, not ever needing to be updated, and they will include these cars as well in those ones. So keep an eye out for those ones, especially the 2026 supercars video, because when that goes live, then there'll be a video every single week for every single class. So there you go.